TomoNews presents Mark Zuckerberg.
Zuckerbot initialized. Facebook Grandmaster Mark Zuckerberg traveled to Washington on Wednesday to do some Q&A on the Cambridge Analytica scandal and to attend to the elderly. But if memes are to be believed, Zuck either sent his life model decoy or is just a robot. During the hearing, the tech billionaire reportedly admitted responsibility for the abuse of user data and said that Facebook didn't do enough to stop it. But the internet seemed more concerned with Zuck's big boy seat and what it might be than user privacy. Zuckerbot's mechanical responses to lawmakers prompted a slew of robot memes galore on Twitter and elsewhere. But hey, one thing's for sure. He shouldn't have any problem looking for a new profile pic.
Ways to protect your data on Facebook. And this company wants your facial biometric data. Here are some ways to protect personal data on Facebook without deleting the entire account. The first step is to remove Facebook from connected apps, basically disabling the platform so third-party apps cannot access your account or information. Next, users can adjust the amount of data friends and family take with them to other apps such as birth date, education, employment, and relationships. The third alternative is to shut off Facebook's data collection for advertisements. This includes website and apps use and ads coupled with social actions. And as a fourth alternative, hop over to Google+. Yeah, right. Just delete the Facebook account. Facebook taking heat for Cambridge Analytica breach. Are there really that many suckers in the US? Of course there are. Facebook is facing calls for a regulation from Congress after reports that a political consultant gained inappropriate access to 50 million users' data beginning in 2014. Cambridge Analytica used personal information taken without permission early in 2014 to build a system that could profile U.S. voters in order to more effectively target them with personalized political ads. Around 270,000 people allowed a researcher to use their personal data, who also scraped the data off all their friends as well until the end of 2015. The researcher then sold the data to Cambridge Analytica. Cambridge Analytica worked on Trump's 2016 campaign. However, a Trump campaign official said it used Republican data sources for voter information, not Cambridge Analytica. Facebook is claiming Cambridge Analytica and researchers were in breach of policy and that it was exploring legal action.
Zuckerberg built his very own Morgan Freeman-voiced Jarvis. Mark Zuckerberg decided to build himself a personal AI assistant inspired by Tony Stark's Jarvis. And guess what? It's called Jarvis. But rather than have the Iron Man actor Paul Bettany voice the system, Mark went with Morgan Freeman instead. Iron Man himself also offered his voice, but was shot down by Zuckerberg. Through his very own iOS app, the Facebook CEO can talk to Jarvis when he wakes up and have him turn on the lights and open the curtains. Morgan can also help Mark get dressed in the morning by way of a clothes cannon. The system is able to entertain his daughter Max, as well as teach her some crappy Mandarin. And if anyone's hungry for toast, Jarvis can take care of that as well. The AI butler is also designed to automatically open their front gate for family and friends. Furthermore, Morgan can help Mark and Priscilla get in the mood with some music. No word on if Jarvis actually helps out in the bedroom, though.
Mark Zuckerberg's neighbors are not liking his new home. Facebook CEO and noted hoodie wearer Mark Zuckerberg is, for $10 million, fixing up a house for him and his wifey in San Francisco's Dolores Heights. But quite a few of the area's residents are really wishing Facebook had a dislike button they could press right about now. Some of Zuckerberg's reluctant neighbors are complaining about the incessant, ear-splitting construction noise that continues through weekends. Some find the aesthetics of the house displeasing and say Zuckerberg is building a fortress, not a home. Others are upset that Mark has allegedly hired people to sleep in parked cars near his new home so construction crews have places to park in the morning. So what do you think? Is Mark being a jerk? Or are a few San Franciscans green with envy that they didn't steal the idea for a multi-billion-dollar social networking site when they were 23?
Zuckerberg decides to drop douchey land lawsuits. Around Christmas time, Mark Zuckerberg shared some snaps of a family from their $100 million 700-acre compound in Kauai. The Facebook CEO and his wife fell in love with the place and wanted to plant roots and join the community. And what better way to join the community than to use your Facebooks and have your lawyers file quiet title lawsuits against hundreds of Hawaiians who may own small parcels of land called kuleana within the boundaries of Zuckerberg's estate. To further cement his relationship with the locals, he built a mile-long, 6-foot wall around the estate. No word on if Mexico will end up paying for it. Last week, Zuckerberg announced that he's dropping the lawsuits following huge public backlash from Kauai residents. Zuckerberg and the old ball and chain wrote in a local paper, "To find a better path forward, we are dropping the lawsuits. We want to make this right, talk with the community, and find a better approach." Facebook is coming for your face. Oh no. Facebook announced on Tuesday it will soon be introducing new facial recognition features in order to give users more tools to manage their identity on the platform. People will soon be able to activate facial recognition with an on-off switch to enable 3 different features, according to a Facebook blog post. First, Facebook will alert you when pictures of you are uploaded, even if you have not been tagged in them. Second, you will be notified if your face is being used as a profile picture. Third, visually impaired users can now hear aloud the people tagged around them in group photos. And to get all these great features, you only need to give your face data to Facebook. Giving biometric data to a social media site? Sounds like a solid plan.
Facebook knows all your browsing habits. A U.S. judge has dismissed a lawsuit against Facebook that accuses it of tracking users' browsing activities, even after they've logged out of their account, with the judge saying plaintiffs could have kept their online activity private, but chose not to. Websites create small text files known as cookies that are stored in the user's computers. These allow websites to recognize the users and their preferences. Cookies are usually deleted after users leave certain websites. Facebook has promised that cookies are deleted when users log out. However, the site continues to store user data such as account IDs. Facebook also tracks users through third-party websites that feature the Facebook like buttons. When users visit web pages with embedded like buttons, the browser automatically sends information to both Facebook and the server of the web page. Facebook started using web browsing data for interest-based advertising in 2014, which displays ads for products that users have already been looking at in their Facebook feed. Users can choose to opt out of this type of advertising by modifying their account settings.
What the zuck? When asked by US Senator Lindsey Graham if Facebook was a monopoly, Mark Zuckerberg answered by saying the average American uses 8 social apps. What he didn't say was that Facebook owns or has cloned most of these apps. Citing mobile app insight service app Annie, TechCrunch reports that Facebook owns 3 of the top 10 iOS apps in the US: Instagram, Messenger, and Facebook. Those are the social apps most commonly used by Americans. And Facebook has, or is working on, a similar version of competing social apps, Stories. Stories is Facebook's latest of several attempts to copy Snapchat. Watch Video is being developed to go after YouTube. Facebook also owns WhatsApp, and that's the 19th most popular iOS app in the States. By selecting the social media category on App Annie and sorting by the most popular apps, you can clearly see that the top 3 are owned by Facebook. This is not a coincidence. Over the years, Facebook has always bought or sought to copy and destroy any emerging social network that challenges its power. If you're still not sure if Facebook is a monopoly or not, ask yourself this question. If you deleted Facebook, could you find all your family and friends on another social application, such as MySpace, Friendster, Bebo?